that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And that was Skylar Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Ulrich, this is Kevin Harlan. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And that game against Milwaukee, it's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Now, look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Edey. Then it's Santi Aldama and Hendricks in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, the post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Shepherd out there with Thompson. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. And as a coach, Stan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's 2 things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land.
And for Durant, it's just that simple. Get the ball and shoot.
Caldwell-Pope against Thompson. Pass to Hendricks. Drills it from outside. Hendricks has got 5 points so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Thompson. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
That free throw good from Thompson. And so he hits both. And here's Caldwell-Pope. 11 points last game. Morant outside. Here's Hendricks. Guarded by KD. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The first free throw is good. You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
Well, the way that Morant is able to twist and contort through a defense, he is one of a kind in that regard.
Snatched away. 11 feet away, and too long on the shot. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. That's tipped, and he recovers it. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Inside. Here's Heaney. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, even when there's not an open passing lane, Ja will create one. He is an excellent passer.
Şengün with a screen on Morant. Shepard the pass to Smith. Shoots over Aldama. And it's Smith missing. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Morant. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson against Caldwell Pope. Shoots it. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. And let's now go to Shams Charania. He's standing by with breaking news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Hey, Kevin. The story right now is the Washington Wizards making some early season roster adjustments. Their fans are going to be excited with this deal because Trae Young has a flair for the dramatic. He makes impossible shots, highlight reel passes. His confidence never wavers. And I'm told he really believes he's going to be able to succeed moving forward. That truly rubs off on his team.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. For Thompson. And Memphis also making a switch. Anderson, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Durant feeling it out a bit. Back to Eason. 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. Memphis trailing here. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. 5th, Kevin Durant.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Now here's Wells. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Pass to Smith. Outside, KD. Back to Smith. And here is Şengün. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Let the big fella eat. Sengun just doing his thing down low.
Holiday against Morant. Over Holiday. On target from 13 feet.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Sengun kicks to Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
And showing some fearlessness there. Smith doesn't mind getting hit while taking the shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Jabari Smith.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
Thompson against Pippen. Thompson passes to Easton. Now here's Capella. Tight defense on him. The inside shot. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Capella against Anderson. The Rockets pull it in. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Rockets on top. They're up by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2, Tari Easton is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Thompson, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Holiday.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Anderson outside. It's Pippen on the way. Easton grabs the board. Rockets leading by 4. Thompson outside. Pass to Capella. Here's Holiday. Here's Easton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Pippen against Holiday. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Pippen dishes to Caldwell Pope. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Pippen against Thompson. Down low. Here's Capella. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
It's time for the big scan. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. You must have left your dancing shoes at home. Show us those moves.
For the Rockets, Şengün's checked in for Capella, and Shepard subbed in for Aaron Holiday.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alfie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. The first one falls.
Known for his versatility and slow-motion style of play, Anderson remains a vital role player for this team.
And he can't hit the second.
And they continue to control the glass.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Anderson, a screen on Eason. Here's Aldama. Cans the 12-footer. Aldama's got his first 2 points of the night.
Sweet touch from the mid-range. Every year, Aldama seems to gain more and more confidence shooting the ball.
To the inside. Here's Şengün. And the layup's good off the glass. Şengün's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Pippen. Caldwell Pope outside. So, Stan, we watched Kentavious Caldwell Pope's career, and he's played for a handful of teams, and he's been a starter on multiple title teams, including the 2020 LA Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I love coaching him. This guy is a hard worker. He's one of the best conditioned athletes in the league. His stamina is incredible. He knocks down threes. It's not a coincidence that he's been on championship teams in 2 different cities.
Amazing. Kevin Durant's checked in for Houston. And Memphis also making a switch. Morant's, he's checked in for Pippen. Shepard, that's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Aldama. There's a screen by Aldama. Morant with a wide-open look. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
2 minutes.
Here's Şengün. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And they won the season series against this club last year. But then again, so did a lot of other teams. That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on.
Also changing it up. Brandon Clark comes in for Anderson. And Wells is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Durant. Eason with it. Now Shepard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Shepard's got 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lobbed up there for Clark. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Eason. And the dunk by Eason.
Known as a terrific passer at his position, Şengün excels at finding the open man.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
On their way to the floor, your Blue Crew. The champion man now on the court is your Get loud and let's hear it. Big man, make some noise if you wanna bring
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Rockets 4th.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. 1:11 left in the first half. Pass to Aldama. Sinks the three-pointer. Aldama's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
KD finds Şengün. Outside Durant. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And let's look now at some numbers for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Last season's performance for him. Averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Thompson. Smith inside. Aldama's there. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but boy, he sure muscled that one.
Houston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
At the line for your Rockets, Jabari Smith. At the line, shooting 1.
Free throw drop for Smith. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. And he makes good on the layup. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We come back right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Well, I think of Houston. Hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak. Build up that momentum, guys.
The way they looked in that first game, it certainly wouldn't be a surprise. And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Grizzlies.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Alperen Şengün has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, look, even when you put a body on him, he finds ways to extend possession.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Morant. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Edey. And Hendricks in at the 3. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Morant. KD passes to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shepard. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Hendricks, guarded by KD. Aldama passes to Hendricks. Morant with it. There's a screen by Aldama. And it's Morant missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And add that one to the highlight reel. Wow. Jabari Smith.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Caldwell-Pope against Thompson. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Memphis has called timeout.
Here's a look at stats for Şengün. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Edey can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And he's no small presence inside. Smith, a handful for defenders in the painted area.
When you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Şengün passes to Thompson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and then Smith with the dunk.
This is the belief Smith's teammates have in him, which is why they look for him to take that shot.
Morant looking around. And finished off by Morant.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Ipo, Şengün. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Caldwell Pope, and Thompson sends it back. Smith left side. It's rebounded by Memphis. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Grizzlies have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Edey, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Wells, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. He hits the second from the line. Rockets leading by 11. To the middle. Here's Smith. Hendricks pulls it in. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Morant. Wells with it. Here's Edey, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Edey's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. Morant against Thompson. Durant dishes to Thompson. Pass to Smith. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And the defense gets in Smith's face inside, but he shows real poise by not backing down.
For Houston, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Their second personal. Second team foul. At the line for 1, Jabari Smith.
The free throw off from Smith. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. They trail by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Hendricks.
2 minutes.
Offline with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Smith kicks to Thompson. And here is KD. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 6 assists here tonight.
KD could sit out there all day and nail 3s if the defense lets him.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
check out Kevin Durant here. Great showing for him last season, putting in about 27 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yeah, their entire system would look different if they didn't have this guy to depend on.
.136 left in the third quarter of the game. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Caldwell Pope against Durant. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Thompson finds Smith. Here's Şengün. Out to Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Back to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Pass to Edey. Loads it up there for Morant.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Houston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Back to Durant. Şengün passes to Smith. Here's Eason. Over Wells. Shot by Eason, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Thompson against Morant. Pass to Edey. 4 seconds left. 2 on the clock. Can't get the layup. Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for the Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Alperen Şengün out there with Green. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Shepard, and it's Okogie in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Şengün. That's a 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Anderson dishes to Well. And it's Pippen in the corner. And it's blocked. Now Green. Here's Shepard. Pass to Şengün. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
And he's good on the second. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Aldama. Top of the key, Pippen. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Pippen. And so it's Houston with it. Now, here's Şengün. Inside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Anderson passes to Aldama. Now, here's Pippen. Defense is right there. Pass to Wells. Anderson outside. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Green, and that one drops for him. Green's got his first basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And here's Pippen. Anderson outside. Back to Pippen. It's stolen by Shepherd. And it's Houston on the break. Şengün, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shots good by Green.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Anderson outside. Right side, Pippen. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Okogie. Now Shepherd. And here is Şengün. Defended by Pippen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
You watch Şengün, he has all the moves on the interior.
And the first one drops. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
present the New Balance Player of the Game, Alperen Şengün.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Pass to Aldama. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. This one for three. Aldama gets the bucket.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
Şengün finds KD. To the right side. Shepard the pass to Thompson. Edey with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And that one, good.
Well, Aldama's size makes attacking from right under the hoop an easy option.
Smith outside. Outside Durant. High post, Şengün. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Basket counts. Şengün's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's an 18-point game. Down low. And finished off by Morant.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Şengün.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
Shooting for Memphis, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope isn't a guy that shoots a ton of free throws, but he makes them count.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Capella. Tate with the ball. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Now, here's Wells. And another miss by Memphis.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Capella, the pass to Okogie. The kick out to Holiday. Screen by Capella. Shot clock at 5. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Aaron Holiday with the dime.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Katie, what was the big thing to secure this win?
I like how active we were on the defensive side of the ball to start the game. We made shots tonight, and it's always good when you make shots. It brings more energy into the building, and I'm glad we got a W.
You earned it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Alperen Şengün.